They want you to think that bunions come from bad shoes. Really, that's only part of the problem. We've lost connection with our big toe and our arch. I did too. I actually had a bunion on my left foot. I addressed it without surgery. I just retrained the system. Your foot is not flat. It's a dynamic structure composed of 3 arches: the medial arch, the transverse arch, and the lateral arch. These arches act like suspension in 3 dimensions. They absorb shock, they adapt to the terrain, and they propel you forward. So they rest on 3 contact points: the heel, the padding of the big toe, and the padding of the pinky toe. That's your tripod. When the inside of that tripod collapses, your medial arch can no longer sustain, enabling your big toe to face forward, and it starts to turn outward, which creates a bunion. So the medial arch is the main spring, and it is made up of 5 bones and 4 muscles. The 4 muscles are the tibialis posterior, the peroneus longus, the abductor hallucis, flexor hallucis longus, and the most important one, the tibialis anterior. Most people know the tibialis anterior as the dorsiflexor. It's the one that lifts your foot as you walk. It actually serves another function that's very crucial for your medial arch to not collapse. So when the tibialis anterior contracts in harmony with your tibialis posterior and your short toe extensors, it pulls on the medial border of the foot upwards. It lifts the navicular. That's the keystone of your arch. That's what actually lets you create your arch on command. This is not about scrunching the toes. It's about neuromuscular control. You're coordinating the tibialis anterior to lift while your short toe extensors stabilize. And that's the skill I rebuilt. I had to reconnect, and it's basically how I cured my bunion. It had nothing to do with footwear. It had nothing to do with surgery. It just had to do with mind-muscle connection, reconnecting with this part of my body. Loop a small resistance band over your big toe, over the nail, and load it pretty gently, and then put your heel onto the ground. Lift your arch and raise your toes slightly. What you're doing is you're pairing your short extensor with your long flexor and syncing it with your tibialis anterior. That movement is the blueprint for your arch. Over time, you're gonna feel your medial tripod anchor deeper. Your arch is going to stabilize, and the bunion is going to fade away, and the bunion will self-correct. As long as you walk in this position constantly, your body will remodel. Because our feet are the foundation of our whole body, when you fix this, you fix your gait, which has a domino effect going up vertically up the chain for your body. It might fix your knee issue, your hip issue, your SPAC issue, your neck issue. It's all connected. As the tibialis anterior, this muscle is the driver of your arch. Your short extensors are the fine tuners, because when you're walking, you should have your toes play a part in the proprioception of where your foot is. And your arches become one with the intelligent system that is your body. That's why I can lift my arch on command, and that's why my bunion's gone. Your feet are architectural masterpieces. There's 3 arches, 1 system, infinite adaptability. You gotta wake them up, you gotta rebuild the connection, and walk the way you were evolved to walk. This free game, if you notice how all the humanoid robots walk really weird, is because they don't have toes, and they don't have an arch. Yo, so this is Aker. You're watching Techfluid. Share this with someone who wears orthopedics. Share this with someone with foot problems, constantly says they have flat feet. They don't have flat feet, they just have a failure to connect with the ground. Till next time.